kids? I found it.
Okay, yep, we got sand now. Okay. Hopefully we're good now. I hear sound from me, so that means you hear sound from me too. We got snarfles right here. Oh, she stopped snarfling. And look at there, naked kitty. Who let the girls out?
I decided we can't call them ladies anymore. We have to call them chicks. Because they act like chicks all the time.
I couldn't remember how I was broadcasting it last time from outside using the cell phone, and evidently I chose wrong. XSplit with remote cam doesn't have sound. Oop, and I'm cut off. Let me move this back.
What's cut off?
My head.
You didn't show Libby. Libby's naked too. Want to show everybody your nakedness, Libby? Oh yeah, you're a pretty girly. She has the best voice in the house, and Penny has the worst. Show everyone your dust mop. Woo. Pretty girly. Oh, she's now the oldest in the house. With 10.5 years old. She's a distinguished chick. This is where she lives, down here.
At least until we get new windows, and this window is no longer a garden window.
You said we couldn't do that.
No, he says it's too big to be a garden window.
Like it is now.
Correct.
I thought you said it was too big to be a picture frame.
No, the other way around.
No, that's not what I understood earlier. So this is too big as it is.
Yes, to keep it as a garden window.
Got it. But my point of saying she lives down here in the family room. She doesn't really come upstairs except in the middle of the night when she's a little vampire. Right, Libby? You can move it off. I'm going to pet her for a few minutes. Okay. Oh, look, Chili Butt. She has a new spot now. She's naked. Libby usually sleeps underneath the covers.
Who's a pretty girl, Chili Butt?
She got diarrhea all over me yesterday. While I was on my virtual workout. Diarrhea all over.
Cell phone volume seems to be adequate.
Oh, wait, Lizzie has kids on, so we gotta be PG.
Hello, Nakia. I'm going to set the candle.
So where does John sleep when he's in the cat house?
In the bed. Where else?
Luckily, he's not really in the cat house. Right now, we have a blow-up mattress in the kitten room from our visitor and he could sleep there. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Simba.
Here comes Trills.
Thank you, Alice.
And Harley. Trillian, after her shave, has become 10 times more playful. Look at that Trillicopter go.
Yeah, Captain, that was a gift from my mom and my aunt.
You can really see her little green tattoo on her belly. Toe maintenance.
Whose?
Harley's. Let me redirect this so the purifier is not. No, it's not that. The purifier was blocking part of it.
He's being ultra lovey, so I can't leave her. Did you show them Penny?
Hey, Penny.
She's a little tired and grumpy.
It's like they wouldn't let me outside.
Well, I was allowed outside, and then I had to come back in. And then Ruthie's in the office.
That's nice. I'm tired of moving the cam. As soon as I get in position, you're like, show them, show her, show this. What are you doing? What are you doing, Hardy?
Thank you, Captain. We called where Penny's spot, that's her invisible cloak. Because we miss her there quite a bit.
I come down trying to find her so I can give her breakfast, and I don't see her. She blends in behind that curtain.
Yep, so we call it her invisible cloak. Oh, she's thinking about coming now.
See, Trilly's drinking.
Yeah, she's been drinking a lot out of there today. Just since I got home. It's like the second time I've seen her since I got home.
So how's everybody doing? You guys have a good week?
Oh, Penny's spot that's a heater's pad that she was on, by the way. So, of course she was comfy. The mom was the playful one, huh?
Yeah, this week we've been working outside a lot and working on setting up the garden, putting rocks down there, some pea gravel, some pavers for stepping stones. We have 5 cubic yards of gravel delivered a few days ago. That's a lot. Bye, Lizzie and kids.
Bye, Lizzie and kids.
Trillian's saying bye, but she's like below the cam, so she can't see you. Or you can't see her.
This is where we do our nightly play.
Harley's nickname is Hoover because she eats everything almost. And there's only been a few things that she won't eat. And she hasn't, over 2 months, she has not gained hardly any weight.
We just weighed her. She's 8.5 pounds.
I'm mixing in some of the BFF with her food in the morning now.
How are you?
She gets Fussy Cat. That's the one food that seems to treat her intestines nicely.
Go Penny, go Penny.
Try turning it just a little.
So this is their play spot. So I play twice a day with them here. So this is a good spot for them all. It's natural. Phoebe, funny. Nikia's next to us, but she's got stopped by a food bowl. Nikia's like the slowest eater ever.
If anything, having shaved kitties intensifies the desire to have Sphinx fosters. But it's nice having them. She feels so velvety.
So her ear was blocked. It took him a while to clean out the ear.
Yeah, her right ear. Or left. It was her left.
I don't know.
It was one of them.
I didn't talk to him.
Pick an ear. Chances are you're 50% right. now that we got the new heat pump, we might be able to keep the house at a better more agreeable temperature during the winter. So if we give her another shave, it might be good for her. So we got the heat pump installed, new garage doors, and now we're looking to replace over 20 windows on the house.
And 2 sliders. We're just getting quotes. We had an interesting experience with a company that we will not name publicly.
Yeah.
On Monday.
In a way, I did already, but.
Oh, you did? Oh. And it was our first time like looking at windows and having someone over. He arrived at 6 and he left at 9 o'clock at night. So it was 3 hours, and it was like he walked around taking all the measurements, and then it was a 2-hour sales pitch, and it was like, okay, some outrageously high number, but we'll give you $20,000 off if you sign right now.
Yeah, he's like he gave a very informative pitch. He was very passionate about it.
He was very good, yeah, and I was educated.
Yeah, we both were. But as soon as he said the dollar value, he's like, "Can you guess a value?" And I gave a value, and it was like, no, it's like he about tripled my guess. But like she said, it's like, we'll take off $20,000 if you sign now. And then when we hesitated, well, we can get you the military discount, which is 10% off. And we were still saying no. Okay, well, how about I'm gonna talk to my manager. Mm-hmm. You know, that deal.
Yeah.
For another $2,000 off if we sign tonight.
Yeah. I was like, we bought a car the week before and there was less pressure. So, anyway, they've called me 3 times today alone.
It was like $65,000 for their 90-day guarantee bid.
We totally. So we have 3 quotes coming back. We have 3 appointments. One came today, and John really liked him. I didn't get to meet him. And then we have 2 more at the end of the month. And we're not sure if we're going to do it, but we're just getting information on it.
Yeah, from the reviews that we read, if you actually do purchase your windows from them, you give them 5 stars if they install it. But everyone who did purchase commented about the high pressure sales tactics. And, I mean, it was pretty intense.
It was, and I was like, if you can't even give me 24 hours, then this is a no-go. Like, but you'll miss out on $20,000 of savings. Yeah, I don't care. Like, you have to give me.
It's like, well, we're missing out on you jacking us up $20,000. But some of the reviews said, if you're getting bids, have them come last.
Really?
Yeah, because if you decide to go with their bid.
Then you can say, yeah. But I have this price. Yeah. Did you guys see Penny? Julian just buffed her. Thanks for your.
Did you see Penny? Julian made her go blink.
Yeah. So we missed a couple of notes in here. So Janet, thanks for your love for Eddie. Sure, if you came and visited, he'd love you just as much. He was a lovable guy. The windows aren't falling apart, but if you touch this window, this window is just glass that lets in everything. Like the purpose of it is letting in light, but there's literally no function to it. So it would be an energy savings upgrade is what we're looking for. And we're not in a rush. It's just looking into it. So for us, it's like, well, if the numbers don't work, then so be it.
Yeah, my energy costs before the HVAC was in this house in the wintertime could get up to $900 a month. And that is, about twice as much as everybody else out here pays on their high end.
They're double pane windows, but they're from 1979. So, but a lot of those numbers were before we upgraded the appliances.
Yeah.
So since we've updated the appliances, those numbers have come down quite a bit. But you have to remember the heat pump the system that the heat pump replaced was just so old, and it sucked so much energy out.
Yeah, it's like 20 years old, and the part you can't even get the parts for it anymore. I had one of the switchers that turn on and off the heating elements broke, so it was only lighting up one of the heating elements out of 2, and I had to basically jerry rig something up. I got a close matching part, but the plugs didn't match. So I had to figure that out.
Yeah, it was definitely not. It was very easy to be like, no, thank you, for us.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing that they wanted us to do, which really got me, was write a check for $20,000, even though we told them we don't have $20,000 in the bank account. And he's like, that's okay. It's just like having an ID. And I was like, yeah, but if you go to cash it, we'll get charged with writing fraud checks. And he's like, it's okay. We're not going to deposit it. Well, what? I mean, it was such a bunch of games. It was just unbelievably ridiculous.
Yes. With the new heat pump, we have a fan going constantly, and it's done amazing for keeping the house at one temperature. Before, the downstairs was always cold and the upstairs was always hot. That's different now. And so just having the house at an even temperature and the walls at a good temperature helps maintain the temperature and save money as well.
Come on, Penny. Oh, there's a cat in there. Did you know that?
No? Is it early?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see her.
I didn't know that. Yeah, so, Eddie's passing was good. As good as I guess you can say.
Yeah.
But that morning was kind of, he just we definitely did it on the early side. We knew that, right, going in, and he was very uncomfortable when he was sitting down or going to lay down. He couldn't get comfortable. You could tell in his eyes. And that morning he did the whole routine, like top to bottom. So he ate, he got his drink out of the faucet, and then he stands at the the front door screaming. And so we knew the lady was on her way, and so we're like, oh, we'll just take him out. And so as she's about to pull in, we'd only been out there for a few minutes. Eddie takes off running to the neighbors, and John has his coffee trying to run after him. And I'm like, put the coffee down. And Eddie's just taking off, wanting to go into the car.
He was tearing, his ears were back, and he was like bunny running.
Yeah, and so, anywho, so it was the first time I had let a cat go that wasn't on death's door. Honestly, that's the first time in all the years that I've been involved in many, that was the first. So that was tough, because there was a lot of guilt in there. So he came back in with her, and we chatted. He got a drink again. He went and pooped, which was amazing because we really thought he wasn't going to be able to poop anymore based on how large. I mean, the thing was just so large.
He had an abdominal mass on his side.
Yeah.
It was pushing in on his organs.
And it was great having the same doctor that was here for Dorian, because she had already known Ruthie, which we knew would be a big deal. And, of course, Ruthie tried to nibble on her a couple of times, and she's like, oh, she's very gentle and nice about it.
I don't think so.
Anyway, Ruthie likes to be the boss, and she was putting her foot down. So anyway, he went, pooped, and then he stood by the back slider, and that's where he got his first shot. And he wanted outside. That's all he could care about. And so she said we could let him out, but I didn't want to because Penny and Ruthie would have gotten all worked up about it. And so I kind of regret not letting him out. So then he started to get really sleepy and couldn't really hold his body weight anymore. And I picked him up, we put him in the bed, and he was like, no, I'm not. He literally got out and was like, I'm not going into the bed. I want outside. So you're like, oh my God. I mean, and so she gave him another shot, and she did say she thought he would need two because she did it.
He was lively.
He was lively. She said it happens a lot. She gave a really good example of when she had done the same thing with her cat. Of her cat had a nasal tumor, and he had a great morning. And she almost backed out of it, but then decided that to go with it, and she, because it was going to get him anyway. So anyway, So he did relax and he passed peacefully. Ruthie kept walking out of the room, which was surprising because she hadn't done that with other cats. Penny watched the whole time, and she left. The doctor left because she knew Ruthie wanted to come back out. As soon as the door shut, Ruthie was back out and sniffed his head after he had passed, and then walked away. And then Penny had sniffed him. And we brought him out. We said our goodbyes in the car and stuff. But there was a lot of guilt for me because I had not seen a cat be so lively like that. Like, I still am very grateful. I think one of the things that has kept me going is what a great week we had last week. I mean, like, there's just so many memories from last week alone. So anyway, Penny literally ran around the house for 10 minutes.
Looking.
I don't know if she was looking everywhere. I don't know if it was because she was the one, she knew he was outside and she thought she should be outside with him, or she just didn't know where he went. I don't know what it was, but we were sitting here and you could just hear her running on the floor out there. So, anyway, there's, like I said, been a lot of guilt. And I don't know, that was my first time saying goodbye like that. But he lived a great life, and we had a great pet last week.
The only thing that we planned for him that he decided not to do was to kill a roll of toilet paper. And I'm thinking that probably we should have set up a stairs or something, put it back on the roller, let him get it that way.
Yeah, I mean,
in the wild.
It was kind of like, though, if he was inside, he really was just laying there. I mean, you kind of see that last week when we were chatting. He was on the thing, and he's just like, leave me alone. And then as soon as we got outside, he was like a totally different cat. And so I don't know if it was the right decision to bring him outside that morning. He was going to be screaming at the door. I don't know. And yeah, Brooke Ivy too. I mean, yeah, it's what?
That's great.
Yeah, I know it's me. Okay. Yeah, John and I have had this discussion, and like I've always said, it's better to do a day early than a minute late. But that was also my first time really following that advice, right? And it's not easy. It's really not easy. And then I think about Dorian's passing. And Dorian didn't make it to the second shot. I mean, he was pretty sick and didn't make me feel any better. Either way did not make me feel any better. So I don't know what the right answer is. I really don't. I just know it's hard.
Yeah, Dorian didn't want another difference between Dorian and Eddie is Dorian died pretty fast. And he went from being acting normal to 24 hours later, pretty much not. He became very uncomfortable because he started moving around to all the different beds, trying to find something soft to lay on.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, yeah, he was weird, like in really weird spots.
I figured that was really close, so we decided to get the first appointment for him, which turned out to be the next morning, which turned out to be perfect. Yeah. At least when he passed, he was relaxed, so he wasn't feeling any pain. I think that the first time he was without pain in such a while that he's just relaxed to the point where he just passed. Yeah. Okay. And he's about to roll that. Yeah. You have a round scratch over there with a flat bottom, and Penny's about to roll it over the camera.
Catherine, I'm sorry that you had to go through that as well. I've actually talked to a few people right after that had done the same. They've scheduled, and they said they had some guilt too, but then they think about all the good times, and that's what keeps them going, because they remember the good times. So, Catherine, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Thanks, Johnny. I'm glad it's normal. Yeah, it really is so hard to let them go. I mean, I just wish that they would live on forever, and I guess they do in our hearts and memories. So I'll take peace in that. And so one of our big things with Eddie was that he had so much hair. He always had so much hair, and we called it Eddie Magic. And so I've got just from being, all around the house. We've got Eddie Magic in a little plastic cube right now. I haven't really done any memorial stuff yet. I know there's a couple of pictures I want to get printed.
Libby looks like she's ready to complain now that the other cats have took off.
Yeah, Sims' dad, I'm sorry you had to go through that as well.
Yeah.
It's,
I've been where you were at the vet with the kitty, and it's not easy.
make an Eddie Magic sweater. I don't have that much. I used to throw it on John and be like, Eddie Magic!
I saw, this morning I saw some, or this afternoon I saw some of this fluff on the driveway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really weird. I've never been into fur clippings at all, or paw prints. But with Eddie, I just knew there was such a big deal, and his fur was like its own,
Yeah.
its own personality. I was like, oh, I gotta have some of that.
Harley's still a pretty awesome cat. She's starting to terrorize Ruthie in a good way, I should say. Ruthie just blows her off, but Harley just still chases her, makes her run.
Yeah, and Ruthie's just like gives a hiss, but just like whatever.
Half-hearted.
Yeah.
Trillian does the same thing. World War III breaks out.
Yeah.
With the screaming.
Yeah. Janet says, we just love them so much, more than one can explain, really. Hence the crushing guilt with all scenarios of their passing. I mean, that's probably a really great way to describe it, because no matter what, you feel guilty. Like, a lot of it, I was just, sometimes this past week, I was like, did we execute him? Could he have lived, much longer? I don't know. It's so hard. But the reality is, he couldn't have lived much longer, because it was so ginormous. And I was worried about him having more seizures. I mean, he had a couple of seizures in the past year, and that was horrific. It really scared the crap out of him.
It's like it seemed like the mass was doubling in size, like every other day. It started out size of a small marble, and a week later, it was the size of my fist. It's like we didn't do anything to try to figure out what it was, because it didn't matter.
No, it didn't matter. So Trillian sat in his bed the other night while I was working, which was very nice. And Penny has now taken over, screaming at the door.
Took up for Eddie.
Yep.
Every time Jess would scoop the litter boxes, Eddie would take up his post at the front door, waiting for her to take the litter out into the garbage pan, so he could try to zoom out past her down to the grass. He just loved eating grass and throwing it up. Mm-hmm. He may not have loved that part, but he still loved that grass.
He loved that grass. I used to get the grass at the store, and he would inhale it. It was terrible. Yeah, I think, John, and that's a good point. I mean, I guess I've never really thought of guilt as part of the grieving process, but it makes sense that it is. Yeah, I wish I would have had a talk with him that day. You know what I'm saying? I really wish I would have been like, are you sure you want to go out one more time? I know he would have said, yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think he would have been happy if she would have done the process outside. I think that would have made him really happy. It just, I was worried about Ruthie, and maybe that was the wrong thing to worry about at the moment.
Hey, Julie.
My tummy's very full and big.
We had Parmesan chicken stuffed with cheese, tater tots, and corn.
Probably gonna eat way too many tater tots. They were good.
I ate half. You ate half.
Half of the bag. You didn't do the whole bag.
It was a half bag, so we each had a quarter bag.
Yeah. Who's the biggest cat? Oh, that's a good question. So we weighed everybody because, that was the other thing. Well, we had such a crazy weekend. Like, we didn't give ourselves a break at all. So because Eddie had been out and Penny had been going out, I wanted to get flea meds on them. And so I had 5 of them, and they were all like 11 and above. It turns out we only have 2 cats that are above 11 pounds, which is kind of shocking. So who's the biggest cat? It's Ruthie. She's at 14.5 pounds, and then Trillian is at 13.4. Or no, 13. Yeah,
13.48.
13.48, which is good for Trillian because she needs to lose some weight.
B is 10.8. Nakia 10.3. Penny 10.1. Libby 10.4 or 5. They're all just like under 11 pounds. Hurley 8.59. And a month and a half earlier, she was only 8.48. So she's gaining weight, but she's so active. I mean, early she loves to run around. She'll run from spot to spot. Full tilt. Earlier, she was on the living room couch, and all of a sudden, she tore through the living room, down the hallway into the bedroom. Her butt was running faster than her head was.
And she did that like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, just back and forth.
Thank you, Brooke Ivy 3.
Nope, no pasta this time.
Johnny, good point. Good thing about the quality of life. There's some really great things out there now. Okay, dear Donna, you notice?
Yeah, it looks good. You liked it.
I
You said she told me she was coming home purple, and I was like, okay.
got my hair colored today. You didn't say okay. You said whatever. And then when I showed him the picture of it, of my
I didn't mean
hair,
it like that.
when I showed him the picture of my hair, because I've had it up since I got home, he's like, it will look better when it's less frizzy. And I was like,
I was like, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I was like, you should have just stopped at saying it looks good.
Harley likes, when we're watching TV or a movie, Harley likes to curl up right here. She can't help but to play. She's always playing. If she's not playing, she's eating.
Oh, she's cuddling. She likes to drool a lot. I am tired. And naturally curly hair. It wasn't frizzy, though. That's the point. He doesn't know the difference. I think he just thinks my hair is frizzy in general. Don't comment.
I'm not. It's like, yeah, the brain mouth filter is working. Fully engaged right now and on overdrive.
So John got some really great compliments at work this week.
Yeah. It's like I contract out to AT&T through the company called Amdocs, and they reached out to AT&T supervisors and directors, and everyone said that I rated highest on communication, timeliness of work, social skills.
The social skills in there?
Yeah.
Let me read the comment. I read the comment. Let me see. I took a picture of it. Okay, let's see if I can read it. Hi, Jonathan. I think it's supposed to be, okay. In case you weren't aware, recently Amdocs team members were given ratings based on their, okay, we're reading this?
Mm-hmm.
Based on their work. These ratings were compiled by Scrum Masters, I don't know what that is, AT&T directors and such. I wanted to let you know that you were rated very high on all categories, including technical skills, delivery times, social skills, and responsiveness. I felt it was important that you know how well respected you are, and you are doing a very good job. Very proud of you, dear. His release went very, very well. They all thought he did an excellent job. So my hair cut. The lady that did my hair for the last 12 years, she moved. So I have a new lady, which I think definitely does understand curly hair. So we'll see how she goes, and get my hair cut off. I think she'll do a good job.
I remember she showed me one picture that she got her hair straightened, and it's like it was true. Every hair was nice and straight, and then she got it wet, and then poof, back to this.
Be careful.
Yeah, I was like, poof sounds like frizzy. No, poof as in like magic from one state to another. Happy cat, I'll let you get away with 5 emojis in that case.
Thank Yanich. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I've straightened my hair in a long time.
Personally, I didn't like it too much. If she decided to go straight, I'll support her, but
well, dear,
until all the effort involved in that, it'd be easier to shave her head and get a wig.
I don't know what he's talking about. Sorry, people.
But, well, keeping it straight.
Shaving my hair and
I'm just saying the amount of effort involved.
Yeah.
It'd be easier just to go with the wig.
So we're expecting some yucky storms.
Yeah, our garden's doing really well. The pumpkin is growing like a weed pretty much. The leaves seem to be increasing in size daily. All the flowers that we got, what are they?
The marigolds?
Yeah, the marigolds that we're using to condition the soil are just going crazy with their blooms. Our dwarf sunflower trillions wiggling. Dwarf sunflowers are starting blooming in the front.
Oh, the sunflowers are gorgeous. Yeah.
And it looks like the bee balm's going to start forming buds soon.
Yeah. So I've never done a Brazilian blowout or any of that stuff, and I would never permanently straighten my hair.
What's a Brazilian blowout?
It's like all these chemicals that they do to relax your hair to get it straight. Look at it. Is there something out there? There better not be a rat.
Look at a bird. There's a bird. There's a small little bird, chickadee. We haven't seen rats in months.
So, but yeah, I just wash and go kind of thing. I don't have time for any of that. So it's a good thing you don't like the straight hair, because. So we have a new obsession. So when after we lost Eddie, of course we had to go out because. Oh, that day was exhausting because they needed new shoes, and we had been putting Chris off for a couple of weeks. But on the way home, we went and stopped at the Wild Birds Unlimited, because we were looking for ladybugs, and we ended up getting a bunch of stuff, right? Like a bunch. And one of them is like a wreath that holds peanuts. And oh my gosh, we have seen so many Stellar Jays this week. It's insane what they do. I told John I want to get a cam on it.
It's like a dome. It's like a wreath, hollow wreath that filled with the peanuts, and they land on it from the top, side, or bottom, and they'll just pull the peanuts shells out. They'll take one shell in, grab another shell, and then fly off to eat both. And there's like 3 or 4 of them out there. They're actually very polite birds. They'll wait in line.
Yeah, they're so pretty.
And this one, we filled it up, and in less than 12 hours, it was empty. It's kind of funny. They'll pull one out, they'll weigh it to see if it's got something inside that's worth fighting for. If not, they'll just chuck it and go for another one. And the squirrels will go for those that fall. I've seen them sit on the inside of the loop and try to pull that peanut out and then fall, basically rotate forward and fall. And other times I've seen them like hovering right underneath it trying to pull the very last peanut out. Sorry about that, Ian. Hey, Penny. That's Penny right there. Charlie's been staying inside. Charlie eats her tongue. She likes to walk around with it sticking out.
So Rufy's had a rough week. She's been very depressed over Eddie. All day, was it Monday or Tuesday? She just hid all day long. Like, uh-oh, that's the kitten. And she let Daddy hug and kiss her. And look.
Yeah, normally she bites me by this point.
This is Rufy. Sunflower, the sunflowers. We just love the sunflowers.
We'll give you guys a quick tour towards the end of the broadcast.
You're so pretty. Are you doing okay?
We've been moving the pea gravel to the backyard slowly.
I did 10 buckets, wheelbarrows yesterday, and that got most of the garden. And then that got like a third of the garden. And then you did another however many, and we only had a fourth left after that.
And we got a gorilla bucket, or gorilla, whatever it's called. It's basically like a wheelbarrow, but on 4 wheels, so it's a lot easier to move things around. I did like 4 or 5 trips today with it before fixing dinner. Yep, there's Libby.
Oh. Hey, NH, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, Simba's dad, I'm glad you're coming to the end of yours.
Good luck with that, Simba's dad.
Funny about the clothesline.
How you doing, Trillian? Remember my friend I told you about?
Yeah,
Yeah, that goes with stage.
I saw it. Yeah, I mean, there isn't a day on my Facebook memories that I don't have some kind of memory of Eddie.
He loves to drink it from the sink.
So this
On at it.
This was a Eddie gives Daddy an A++ on the new sink. We have a happy boy. Oh, and there's a memory from Lizzie sharing the boys last year. Oh, Dorian has a onesie on.
Must have been when he started getting the hot
He
spots.
started this time last year.
Well, it's about 8:30, so let's go ahead and get ready to take you guys on a tour real quick before it starts getting too dark. Show you the changes we made.
What changes did we make since last week?
Oh, everything over there.
Oh. No, Libby. Penny's going to want to go outside. You can't go outside, Penny. Look at my girls here.
Where you going, Harley?
Hi, Ruthie.
Oh, that's so cool. Johnny, and that they changed the parade route to go by your house. Oh, congratulations, Simba's dad, on those results.
Ruthie is the toughest pansy I know.
She does bite though. Like, I have to tell you, when after Eddie passed and we walked him out, I came back in and she was insisting on sitting on me, and she literally took a swipe of my face, purring nonstop. I mean, she just gets so worked up.
Oop, it's potty time for Libby. Nope.
Says, I'm gonna go upstairs now.
Since everybody's downstairs, I'm gonna go upstairs. Oops. Somebody's coming down, it seems. Yep. Okay, let's go. Whoop.
Big Fluff, were you there when Big Fluff came to visit, or was that before you moved in?
Actually, I just remembered the range with the Wi-Fi access
You want me
point.
to go get your shoes?
Yeah, that'd be good. So I have to go out the patio door.
I don't know who Big Fluff is.
Big Floof is the one that will go through the
The front, the upstairs.
the front to the front yard.
Oh yeah, I see him all the time.
I haven't.
His name is Preston.
We didn't hear. His name is Preston. He
lives
lives
2 doors down. Look at the ladies.
Okay. It's a pile of dirt that was all spread out, but we decided to do something different, and we haven't done anything different yet. Okay. It's the same rubber tiles from the kitten room. We're experimenting with what we think of having a deck.
I think this was all here last week.
And hopefully you guys don't blink out.
Are you finished leveling this?
No. Oh yeah, the stepping stones are in the right place.
I wish you could show it from above, because I'd love to get their opinion on this. You can show them from the bedroom and see if they have any thoughts on where we should put the papers.
You got your phone on you?
Yeah.
Because I'm not watching chat. My iPad's still inside. I had to move the bed thing. You can see where we had a pot there and a pot there.
Yeah, the big fluff was the one that came through the window. That was before I came. Today I got a new bee. You can show them the... Oh, and show the pumpkin how big it's gotten since last week. Oh, you can
That's
show
our
them.
pumpkin.
Can you show them how big the pile? We had 5 cubic yards of earth. So we have a total of 9 pavers and 3, and did you put 3 over here?
Yeah.
3 here and then 1 in the middle. Well, in the middles.
And here's our blueberries. We're waiting for it to be repotting season.
We're not sure if we should put pavers up there and where I'm standing.
And we might put pavers here. Have a full grid. Might put pavers over here. We're thinking about putting a bench over against that wall.
And like probably some storage stuff too.
Our garlic is really growing over there.
Well, so I think last week we told you guys about we got the wrong pumpkin. We got to show the giant dill pumpkin. So I don't know what we're gonna get out of it, if anything. To be honest,
A giant pumpkin.
No, I won't get a giant. I doubt we'll get anything.
Our strawberries, very happy right now. And we got a what is that again?
What?
Watermelon.
Yeah, it's not doing so good.
Yeah, the small little thing in it over there. Someone's smoking. There, our garlic is growing good.
Oh, these are and these guys go down in the mornings.
Got some strawberries are getting ready to be ripe. There's my old irrigation system. Okay. Since I'm connected to the upstairs hotspot, I have to go through the house or you guys will lose me. We thought about growing catnip actually. We decided not to because we have a lot of stray cats and we don't want them digging up our garden. And our cats will be like, yeah. My mom tried growing catnip and it didn't matter where she put it because they would always dig it up. Even if she put it on the in the attic of a garage, like up there, cats would find it. That's what's left of our dirt pile, 5 cubic yards. New garage doors. Ooh, yeah, and here's my baby. Yep, right there. '09 Sportster. Whoops. Okay, you guys back inside. I thought this door was latched. Nope. Back in. Ooh. Okay. That was exciting. Okay, let me go make sure there's no cats out there. Hey, Harley. Okay, looks clear. Okay. Penny's like, I'm coming. That was fun. Okay. There's Trilly Butt. Are you comfortable? Hello, Blue Eyes. She's such a pretty girl. Okay, let's hear you purr. Hey, Harley. You a pretty girl too? She said, I am a pretty girl. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast now, and I will, let me see. I will let Trillian be your final view. Let's see if I can brighten it up. There we go. Where you going? Ooh, look at that. Naked lady. Right. Good night, guys.